Let's take a look at some repeating decimals. Repeating digits in the decimals are known as the repetend, and if they repeat in a pattern, a lot of times we can put what's known as the repetend bar over the top of those repeating digits, and we usually put that over the first instance of them. Let's take a look at a few examples. If I had 1/6, if I wanted to convert this into a decimal, I would take 1 and I'm going to divide that by 6. So I'll move my decimal up. 6 goes into 1 0 times, goes into 10 once, 6 goes into 46 times, gives us 36. Bring another 0 down, 6 goes into 46 times, bring another, and that gives us 36. 4, bring another 0 down, 6 goes into 46 times. So as we can see, we're going to get this repeating pattern. So I have 1, and that's going to be 6, 6, 6, 6. So this is where we can put a bar over the repeating digits. Now we're not going to put the bar over all of these digits. What we're going to do is we're going to find the first instance of the repeating pattern. What we're looking at is 6's that are repeating here, and the first instance that it repeats in is the very first number, and it's only a 6 that is repeating every time, so we would put the bar over the first 6. So our answer then would be 16/100ths with the 6 repeating. If we were to take a look at another example, let's say 2 1/3. We want to convert this into a decimal as well. Well, we can ignore the 2 for now. We don't need to focus on it. What we need to worry about, though, is the 1/3. So we're going to take 1, and we're going to divide it by 3. 3 goes into 1 0 times. 3 goes into 10 3 times. 3 goes into 10 3 times again. And you can see again we're going to be in this repeating pattern of always going to be repeating 3's. So we're going to go again, take a look at what's repeating. Well, it's always 3's that are repeating. The first instance of that is right here in the tens place. So we're going to use that as our repeating part of our decimal, but we're going to bring that back to a whole number here. So our answer would be 2 3/10 repeating. Now what would we do if we had a series of decimals to compare? For instance, let's take a look at this example. Let's say we had 3/10, we have 3/10 repeating, and we have 3/300ths. We want to put these in order from least to greatest. Well, in order to do some comparison of these, we probably need to fill out some of the decimal places to do the comparison. What I like to do is line up the decimals, so I can get a better feel for the numbers. Now the repeating 3, I left the line off of the top, the bar off the top of it for now. Now the 3/10, that's just going to have zeros following it. And I'm going to go ahead and put a 0 after the 3/300ths. Now the 3/10 repeating, that's going to be 3, 3, and it's going to be continuous 3's after that. But what this allows me to do, since I've filled out 3 decimal places, I went out to the thousandths place, I can now do a comparison of the places that I'm looking at. So for instance, if I look at the tenths place, 10th place, everything's the same. We're all good there. I go to the hundredths place, now I've got a difference. I have a 0 here, a 3, and a 3. So these two are the same. This 3/10, that's the lowest one now because it has this 0 right here in front of us. So here's my least number, 3/10. So it's out, gone. These two are the same, so I need to still go ahead and compare them again. I go to the last place, the thousandths. Well, now I have 3,000ths and 0,000ths. Well, that tells me this 33/100ths is the next lowest number because it has a 0 in the thousandths place, which tells me that 3/10 repeating is the largest number because it just has those threes just keep going, going, going. These other numbers, they're just going to have zeros filling out here. This one's just going to keep having threes, and those threes are always going to be larger than the zeros. Okay, so if we were putting these in order from least to greatest, I'd have 3/10, 33 hundredths, 3/10 repeating. So that's a little bit on repeating decimals and using the Ripetend bar.